The 0-2 pitch. Baez lines one. Base hit. Cubs win. Down the left field line. A breaking ball.
You know what? For Halloween, I'm thinking about dressing up like this because this is how I feel rooting for the 2020 Cleveland Indians. Cubs fans have bullied me for the last 4 years, and they're having some fun over on Twitter. You know what? I'm going to report all of you for cyberbullying. I don't care. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. So the Cubs steal another W from the Indians yesterday, but there's a lot of other games to talk about. We have Aaron Judge returning to the Yankees lineup. We have Jacob DeGrom possibly having to miss some games, maybe the rest of 2020. We'll talk about that. And then the first game of the day, we're wearing the Reds hat because the Reds got their biggest W of the season. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But if this is your first time on the channel, what we do is we talk about baseball every single day. We recap the best news from the day before. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, today would be the best day to do it. And without further ado, let's start talking baseball. So like I just hinted at a few seconds ago, the Reds got their biggest W of the season as Luis Castillo says, "Get on my back. I am going to carry us along with Trevor Bauer to the promised land." They got a little bit of help from the scheduling as they're playing the Pirates right now, as they are currently on an 8-game losing streak. Castillo goes 7 innings, does not allow a single earned run, and has 10 strikeouts at the end of the game. And then Shogo Akiyama, who, to be honest with you, has been awful. He's been terrible, maybe one of the worst hitters in baseball since the Reds signed him to begin the season. He had a game-winning RBI, and actually so far in the month of September, he's hitting .333, so maybe that is going to galvanize him to keep adding on to his success that came from Japan. The Reds are now tied for second place in the Central with the St. Louis Cardinals, who we'll talk about in a second, but they're not playing great baseball right now. So the Reds won by a score of 1-0. Another 1-0 game. This came from the Rangers versus the Astros, who took the W.
And the 1-2. Springer swings and misses, strike 3. 1-2 pitch. Gallo hits this one out toward right field. That could be trouble. It gets down, and that's a base hit. Brantley to strike pitch. Strike 3 called. Coming to the plate, and that one line to first, and the ball game is over. And the gamble works.
I was about to feel really bad for Kyle Gibson because he went 9 innings and did not allow a single earned run. It was a complete game shutout against the Astros of all teams, who are still a top 10 offense in baseball. So props to Kyle Gibson as Joey Gallo is able to win it. And I just think that the Rangers could have been so much better in 2020, but Gallo, I do have to be honest with you, he has not been good this year. Same with Chris Bryant, same with Bryce Harper. Just a lot of Vegas guys are kind of having down seasons. Harper started off on fire. He was the best hitter in baseball for about 2 weeks, but over the last 30 days, he's barely hitting 160. You got to keep it real. You got to tell it how it is. Chris Bryant, Joey Gallo, and Bryce Harper, they got to do better. You know who doesn't have to do any better? Will Smith, the catcher of the Dodgers. He does not hit or play like a normal catcher because his defense is a little bit suspect, but he raised his OPS to 1034. Anytime that you're above 900, you are an elite hitter. He's above 1,000 for the season already. He had 3 RBIs yesterday as the Dodgers were able to win the series versus the Padres. They win by a score of 7-5. Now, Dustin May was fantastic in relief, aside from the home run that he gave up to Manny Machado. I wish that I could show you, but I'm trying to keep this channel PG. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you with a warning. I'm not going to do this ever again. I'm going to use my swear coupon, but I want to show you just how fired up Dustin May was after giving up a home run, because this is baseball at its best when players are firing on all cylinders, emotions are at its highest, because this is technically a playoff game. Dodgers versus Padres. This is how real it got.
Love right off.
Swing and a miss and a strikeout. A Hundy. 2-run homer for Profar.
So with that W, the Dodgers clinch a playoff spot. Now, 2 teams that are vying for a second place spot or an 8th place spot in the National League, the Mets as well as the Phillies. And yesterday, the Phillies bullpen imploded. Just the day after I gave them a ton of praise and I thought that maybe they could keep the ball rolling, they implode. It just was not fun. J.D. Davis saves the day, and then the bullpen gets 8 of the 9 last outs. We're talking about the Mets. The Mets bullpen gets 8 of the last 9 outs via strikeout. Edwin Diaz, he lowers his ERA to 1.71 and has a ridiculous ridiculous 19.3 strikeouts per nine. Now, the downside to that W is, yes, they get the W in the standings, but they kind of take an L on the day because Jacob DeGrom did have to leave that game with hamstring tightness / hamstring spasms. There is no confirmation of how much time he's going to miss, but if you look at the last couple players that have had hamstring injuries, it's been a 2-week prognosis. Now, I'm praying to the baseball gods that he is fine. If he's not, you can take my hamstring. I don't need it. We need Jacob DeGrom pitching at his best for the final 2 weeks of the season, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna be upset. Nick Anderson of the Rays has been dominant since they first acquired him in the second half of 2019, but the Nationals and rookie Luis Garcia, they didn't care about all that mess yesterday as he hits a 2-run home run to seal the victory for the Nationals. The Rays now fall to 4-6 in their last 10 games, and they are losing grip on the first place spot in the American League East because the Yankees are coming for that you-know-what. They win their 7th game yesterday. They're 7-0 in the Good Luck Gary era.
Is DJ LeMay. Swing and a miss.
Base runner with 2 outs. Strike 3 on 2 out, and the pitch is Higashioka is a right-hand hitter.
High fly ball by Higashioka deep to right field. Oh yes, Higgy does it 3 times. Another home run for Higashioka.
That was easily the best and most complete win for the Yankees of 2020. They get Aaron Judge back. That is a big-time shot in the arm. He is their best player, and sometimes by far, and that's saying a lot because they have DJ LeMahieu and Luke Voit, but what he does in the batter's box and in right field, I mean, you can't really find that talent anywhere because he's so tall. His power is prodigious. Anyways, I'm going to stop fangirling over Aaron Judge. They also get home runs from Kyle Higashioka, 3 of them, as the Yankees hit 7 home runs yesterday, and then the cherry on top, Garrett Cole goes 7 innings, 1 earned run, and 8 strikeouts against the Blue Jays of all teams. They needed that in order to kind of cement their stance of, hey, you're still the little brother in this division. We know that you've improved, but we are still the alpha omega in the American League East, maybe even over the Rays at this point because the Rays are scuffling and the Yankees are firing on every single cylinder that you can imagine. So they're on a 7-game winning streak. They're 1.5 games ahead of the Blue Jays, and DJ LeMahieu has 8 RBIs in his last 2 games. So, yeah, you don't want to play the Yankees anytime soon. The A's faced the Rockies yesterday, and America's favorite player, Mike Fiers, that is a joke. I know a lot of people are not a fan of Mike Fiers for a few different reasons. He dominated the Rockies yesterday, and then Jake Lamb, the newest signee of the Oakland A's, he was an all-star back in 2017. I think in 2016, he also had 30 home runs, so this guy was the real deal back in his prime with the Diamondbacks. He had some clutch hitting yesterday. In his first 3 games with the A's, he has 5 hits and 2 RBIs, so if he can continue to support the second best bullpen in all of baseball and just get a few good starts from Jesus Luzardo and Mike Fiers and Sean Manaea, A's are going to be a team to be reckoned with. Now, Jake Lamb is not Matt Chapman, but with the bat, he could be good. The only doubleheader from yesterday, we'll go ahead and talk about it real quick because Father Time cannot seem to find Adam Wainwright. He throws a complete game with 9 strikeouts as the offense gets his back. The Cardinals take game number 1, but then game number 2, one of the most important games of the year for the Cardinals. They have to win this if they want to stay in front of the Reds, but like we talked about before, the Reds actually tied the Cardinals because they unfortunately lost game number 2 against the Brewers.
And there's a shot into left field. He hit it well, and there's home run number 350. And a changeup catches Goldschmidt. Payoff pitch to Miller, and a fastball at 99, and Miller swings right through it.
Ryan Braun carried the squad yesterday, and then one player I do want to shout out, Devin Williams, a relief pitcher for the Brewers. He lowered his ERA to .43 and has how many strikeouts? 43 strikeouts in 21 innings. That is ridiculous. If you have a fantasy team and you need cheesy points, Devin Williams is your guy. The Twins remind the White Sox that they have not won the division just yet as they smacked around 3 home runs and a pretty easy 5-1 victory over the Chicago White Sox. Byron Buxton is now up to 10 home runs. He has an .815 OPS and has 10 defensive run saves on the season. He is breaking out, and this is what everyone expected. No one expected, a .950 OPS, just anywhere from .815 to .850, really good defense and some pop. This is is Byron Buxton, almost at his peak, and it's a lot of fun. He only has 1 walk on the season. He's got to get more of those. The Sox are still 2 games ahead of the Twins, so they are looking comfortable right now. And Garrett Cooper of the Marlins is looking comfortable in the batter's box as well, as he continues to drive in runs. Jorge Alfaro, his teammate, hits 2 home runs before taking a ball to the head. Now, he did clear concussion protocol, so I think that he is going to be fine. The Marlins are still 1.5 games ahead of the Phillies for second place in the NL East. This is going to be one of the more fun divisions to watch in all of baseball, because the Marlins are a surprise team. The Phillies got better, yet the Marlins are ahead of them. One of the craziest things I've seen. The battle for last place is in full effect. The Royals are facing the Tigers. Who is going to be the bottom dweller in that division? Brady Singer says it's not going to be us. He has 3 hits combined in his last 14 innings because he faced the Indians. He went 8 innings, only 1 earned run. This time he goes 6 innings, only 2 hits, but 8 strikeouts, as the Royals get some big time clutch hitting from Salvador Perez as he raises his OPS to 974. He is going to easily win comeback player of the year because he had Tommy John in 2019. He's back, almost better than ever. We can't count him out as maybe a top 2, maybe best catcher in baseball. I think JT still has the crown, but Salvador Perez is coming for it. I almost forgot that Cole Hamels was on the Braves. I'm not gonna lie. I know that he got injured in the week before the season started, but either way, he's back and healthy. He did not look great in his debut. He gives up 3 earned runs and just 3.1 innings pitched, so they're going to try and work him back in the lineup. And they were facing the Orioles, who have been pretty good offensively all year, and they showed that yesterday. But they also get another surprise start from Keegan Aiken. I didn't know that he existed. I'm sorry. Before 2020, no idea that he was even a member of Major League Baseball. Of his last 3 starts have been of dominant fashion, and yesterday he goes 0 earned runs in 5 innings. He racks up 9 strikeouts in those 5 innings. This kid actually looks pretty solid. And then the final 2 games from yesterday, we have the Diamondbacks at the Angels. I completely forgot to mention that this was a homecoming for Cole Calhoun because he played his entire career with the Angels, signs with the Diamondbacks, and he eats his old team alive yet again as he hits his 3rd home run in 2 games versus his old team. David Peralta and Nick Ahmed, they drive in 4 RBIs. Jared Walsh on the other side, even though the Angels do take the loss, he has his 6th home run in his last 7 games. He raises his OPS to 1.142. I could have won some of your fantasy leagues because a week or 2 ago, I told you all to pick up Jared Walsh. So if I got you some points, please let me know in the comment section down below. And then last but not least, the Giants smack around 3 different home runs. They steal the 8th spot from the Cardinals. Again, that's another team that the Cardinals are going to have to pay attention to, and same with the Reds. Oh man, that 8th spot is going to really come down to who wants it more. I know a lot of people say every team wants it. Not really. I think the Giants are fighting for their dignity at this point because everyone wrote them off. The Reds are playing for a chance to, prove everyone right that chose them to be an underdog to win the World Series, including yours truly. I thought that they were going to be way better. But 2020 continues to wild out, and that is today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you guys stay safe out there. I hope that you get your PS5s. I hope that you get all of your Oculuses. All of your pre-orders go through and nothing sells out. So I'm giving you guys all that good luck. And I guess we'll go ahead and end it there. Let's roll this day in MLB history.
There it goes. Home run number 500.
Got him. Hideo Nomo has done what they said could not be done. Not in the Mile High City, not at Coors Field in Denver. He has not only shut out the Rockies, he has pitched a no-hitter.
Shift is on for Bonds. Bonds hits one to left center field. He hits it well. Klesko back. It is out of here. Number 700 for Barry Bonds.
Here it is. Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do